And it says we're live here, Crypto Hulk. Welcome back again. Well, I got the car, and I was able to get it out of there. Amazing. All the tow truck companies that I called, well, actually, I called Infinity, and they said, "Oh, we can't get anybody to do that." I drove my fucking car out of there. The roads were like all swept clean. It was done and easy. Called AAA. Same fucking thing. Oh yeah, according to our records, we can't get any companies. Man, my friend drove in there. It wasn't even snowy. All the roads were fucking snow plowed. They were all wet from the snow that melted. I don't see what the fucking problem is. These people are fucking ignoramuses, just like the rest of our government. This Crypto Hawk. I'm so tired of these stupid fucks in this world. They got a simple job to do. Call a fucking company to come out and tow my shit, right? Can't do that simple fucking thing. I should have took pictures and video. Like, there's nothing on the ground. I literally got to my car, had to kind of be a little careful because there was some rock thing I had to drive over, and then I drove away. It's like there's no fucking snow on the ground. Whew, man, Mike Hunt. So I have to say your name special. So Mike Hunt, I got a notification finally. Well, it's about fucking time. My name's Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. I want you to buy lots of scammy art, buy fractional art. I want you to put all your money into that as a little hedge. Then I want you to get a gold card where you hold the card, but it's not paper gold, right? It's real gold. And I want to see how that works out for you. Don't listen to anything financial that I say. I make up everything on the show. Whatever kinds of websites are there, I totally Photoshop the stuff up. It's fake. My goal is to have you financially destroyed in this channel. All righty. Let's get into this thing. The first person here was Leo Aguirre. Thank God, brother. Hey, that shit was scary. Cheryl. So my friend's got the four-wheel drive, and we were driving, and then he's like, "Holy shit, bro. You made it all the way out here with that rear wheel sports car?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, that's fucking good." He's like, "How the fuck did you do that?" I said, "Man, I almost totally destroyed my car doing that. Like, if I saw a little bit of a hill, even if there's speed bumps, I'm hitting that shit. Now, you're supposed to be driving at 5 or 10. I hit that shit like 35, 40. Oh, yeah. My car's going blah, 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 hitting the speed bumps. I'm like, man, if one of these, and then there's some potholes and stuff, and I'm like, I know I'm going to totally fucking destroy this car. I just fucking know it. And we were so deep back in like the woods and all that shit with the snow and stuff. He said, "Four wheels, get back here, dude. Like, you, as far as you made it, like, he was like really impressed." I said, "Dude, that shit scared me to fucking death driving like, because I thought for sure I'm going to destroy this car and probably hurt somebody else the way that I was driving. Because if I were to go to speed limit, I would have got stuck." So, anyhow, it's going to take me a few days to get unfucked up from that experience, let me tell you. Henry Brown. Henry Brown's back at it again. Welcome back to the channel. Looks like YT put Henry Brown on a little bit of a restriction. He was able to get that lifted. Hope regs come sooner. Gotta Hulk come sooner. Gotta Hulk get out the snow. Yes, I finally did. It was all bad. It was a very fucked up experience. All right, something I don't want to have to live through again. All right. Where are we at? Okay, here's the article. We got kind of like a deep dive here. Just letting you know, if you want a 15-minute show and just talk about hype and dumb shit in the trial and some fractional reserved art painting shit, this is not the channel for you, right? But if you want to know what the fuck is really going on with all these banks behind the scenes, the banks trying to use the code words and trying to hide what they're doing. I can't hide it with me. Shit's not going to happen. I'm going to find out what these little fucks are up to. Let all of you know how to get in on the action and get rich. Charles Looney. All right. Here's the article. The BIS. Now, for new people, the BIS is the Bank of International Settlements. They're the bank of all banks, like the top bank of the world. They're more like an organization. They're not a bank. They're like, they make all the rules for the banks globally. Then they give it to the countries, and then the countries give it to the cities and so forth. Okay. These people get their instructions from the top 10 families of the world. Okay. The BIS makes proposals for payment versus payment, for FX settlement. I'll get into what this shit is later. Payment versus payment. Most new solutions use digital ledger technology. This came out a couple days ago. Actually, it came out yesterday before I got all kinds of fucked up. I had the show already. I was going to have the show for 6:30 p.m. and this happened with all the snow. And so here we are right now listening to last night's show. It should have been. I'm going to burn through this article. I'm going to have to burn through the article real quick. You're not going to find anything of interest in this article, but trust me, I'm going to show you a gold mine when we get in the middle to the end, and you'll be like, holy shit, Crypto Hulk. So if you look through this article, we're just going to go through it quick because I got a report to do here. It's 50 pages. Today, the BIS Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructure published its final report. Final report. They're done. They're done. No more fucking around. No more fucky fucky. Okay, it's all over. They're fucking done. And they did it on payment versus payment. So what that is this. I have these things, these shares, stocks, whatever. You've got the money. Let's send them at the same time. Payment versus payment. Also known as, in my opinion, atomic payments. Ripple kind of uses the word atomic settlement for what they do. I'm going to go with that. We've got here atomic settlements. We've got countries, different countries and stuff, able to, I'm going to send you this. You're going to send me that. We're going to do it at the same time. Because the problems we have in this world right now is I send you something and I don't get something from you. I send you $1 million to buy these stocks or this. I send you $1 million because I want foreign currency and rubles or something, and you don't give me anything at all, and you take my $1 million. That's not going to work, okay? And that's the problem with today's banking system. So what XRP, XLM, and XDC have solved is that problem right there. In this article, you're going to just be put to sleep, okay? What I'm going to do is show you in a report, not just the article, but in a report, that it's all about the 3 X's, okay? Now, what you don't see here is the 6 platforms that they use. Batson Systems Core FX. Now, you won't see this in the article written, but that's Ripple Partner, Finality, Ripple Partner. They're talking about, we're talking in the second paragraph here, DLT, Digital Ledger Technology, Regulated Liability Network. That comes from Citibank. I told you about this 2 weeks ago in a report. I forgot what project it was, but it talked about RLN. And little did we know, oh, Citibank is going to control the world's money supply via this particular stablecoin project right here, the regulated liability. See, all this stuff, these other people have no idea about, okay? Crypto Hulk knows because I do real work on this channel. If we scroll down to where it says FX settlement risk, they talk about G20 cross-border payments program. So you've got the top 20, you've got the okay from the top 20 countries of the world that this payment system is all good. Why? Because it's the final report, and we're going to be going over that report. Next paragraph doesn't say a whole lot, mentions Hong Kong, Singapore. As you guys know, Ripple Partners right there. I'm going to scroll down below the graph. Next paragraph. We're seeing, oh, HSBC, Ripple Partner, Barclays, Ripple Partner, Standard Chartered, Ripple Partner, HSBC, Ripple Partner. You think they have banks that might have Ripple affiliations? Oh, no, Crypto Hulk. You don't even know what you're talking about. Okay. All right. You just read articles, Crypto Hulk. I could do that on my own. Crypto Hulk, just give me the name of the article and I could read it and know everything. No, because you should know that you should have been an aborted baby. Even though I don't believe in abortion, you're that one that probably should have been. Talks about 24/7 operations, RTGS, that's a Ripple term, real-time gross settlement, or you want to call it atomic settlement, whatever, something like that, same thing. Now, let me check some comments. We'll go right into the articulo. By Jove. I heard my governor is having local banks opening up to more crypto. Well, that's good. Peter Pan gifted 10 Crypto Hulk memberships. Who got them? Future Trading Sniper. Brian got it. Jason S. Ludiamund, 84. Uncle Bam Bam. ASM Future. Sergio Aguilera. Tad Lee, Sauce Daddy, 223 Bullets, and Vasilis T. And then No. So there you go from Peter Pan. That is very cool. Okay, here we go for the famous Crypto Hulk report. I'm going to make it as painless as possible. I rattled off some banks and this and that. Now I'm going to show you all the real deal truth. Here's where Crypto Hulk channel shines like diamonds and is an actual gold mine. My channel is an actual gold mine for the new people that don't know. Because the information on this channel is going to make you lots of gold. We have what's called the Committee on Payments and Market Structures. It's a final report. The title is Facilitating Increased Adoption. Oh, God, here we go. This is already starting to give me goosebumps. Facilitating increased adoption of payment versus payment, PVT. What I'm telling you now is they've already done this. It's all successful. It's all done. They've tested it, trialed it, played with it, and everything, okay? Now they're getting bored of it, and they want to find a new toy. This report is dated this month, just came out. I'm almost positive 3 days ago, I had a major report that just happened to come out in March too. And I'm sure if I kept looking at the dates and recording it, we're going to see a lot of February, March. All this shit's coming down right now. See? I think something's going to happen that's massive, okay? Because I'm seeing a lot of these reports. This one is a final report. Well, isn't that something? And increased facility. What they're trying to do now, the BIS, the Bank for International Settlements, is they're trying to push the adoption of this stable coin. I mean, this report that they got here, they're trying to push it. Let's go to page 4. 1, 2, 3, page 4. Read the first paragraph. This report explores how private and public sector stakeholders can foster broader adoption of payment versus payment to reduce foreign exchange settlement risk and improve cross-border payments. That's Ripple and XDC and all that shit. The report, written by the BIS Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructure, analyzes the causes of persistent settlement risk. So there's something called payment and then settlement. When you pay a bill at a store to eat a dinner, your credit card doesn't settle that bill, meaning the store doesn't get the money for days later. So we're talking about there's a problem in the world with settlement, meaning you buy some shit, they don't get paid for 2, 3, 4, 5 days later. That's not going to work, okay? So that's why they start talking about payment versus payment. I pay a bill right now. At the same time, I get the product right away, okay? Not 3 to 5 days later. Based on an extensive engagement. Now listen, they've engaged with, let's see right here, a wide range of industry stakeholders, private crypto companies. The report discusses proposals by industry participants. Well, they don't mention the name of those participants, but we all know that they're the ISO cryptos right there, okay? But they're calling them in this report industry participants. And they're very, very careful in all these 50 pages not to mention any particular crypto. But guess what? We've got investigatory skills here. And we're going to find out who are they talking about, because they don't need to mention it, because we've got a little bit of investigative abilities. So let's go and figure out who are the winners here. They don't even need to tell us, man. We're going to figure this shit out anyway. Based on extensive engagement, okay, there's roles for private and public sector stakeholders to facilitate increased adoption of PFP. What does this mean right there? Facilitate increased The BIS has already done all the work. It's all done. Now they got to push it on everybody like a drug pusher. Now they're saying, okay, we've got all this done. Now we need to facilitate or direct adoption. We've got to get banks and countries using this stuff. That's what they're saying. Okay. Read the second paragraph. Payment versus payment is a settlement. So what is it? It's a settlement mechanism that's certain. Now the mechanism. Oh, a settlement mechanism. Oh, you mean like the XRPL or Stellar's platform, or maybe I don't know the Corda settler. That's very see settlement Corda settler. Oh, gee, maybe. But let's continue. I know we're right. That serves to reduce settlement risk in FX post trade processing. Settlement risk materializes if only one party of a trade of two currencies fails to deliver where one party fails to deliver the currency owed, while the counterparty has delivered the currency owed. So that's just what I said, right? When you go to a restaurant, you get food from them, so you already got what they made. You slide a card, you walk out, and they wait to get paid 2 to 5 days. That's what we're trying to eliminate with these instruments, keyword instruments, because they don't want to tell us it's crypto. Okay. Second paragraph, I'm going to leave it at that. If you're watching later and you want to pause it and read the second paragraph, but I thought that was important. I only got so much time in this show, so I got to keep going. We're going to go to page 6. What I'll do to save time is I'll say, hey, read page 3 or paragraph 3 on your own, or read 3 and 4, because I can't go over and read everything in here. It would take me like an hour and a half to get all this stuff done. And okay, so I think you get the point of that. Page 6. Let me check some comments while we're at it. See, and let's see here. Thank you. I appreciate the membership. Sergio likes the membership. Good. So, Sergio, if you have questions of any kind in the future, you can always ask. And that's one of the benefits. If we ever have, I'm trying to work on a class action currently right now. I'm not telling you where I'm at in that phase because we got people listening. But if we ever have one of those, you're definitely entered into it. And then, of course, if there's questions you have, just ask them, because now I can see if you have, new people that have questions, and that's included in your memberships, $5 a month. I mean, shit, you're gonna be a millionaire. Some of you guys are gonna be billionaires. I already know. And for what? $5 a month, right? Sounds like one of the best investments you'll ever get. Page 6. Read the first paragraph. In October 2020, the G20. Now, who's in charge of the G20 right now? India. So, but not back in 2020. I think Indonesia was, as a matter of fact. In October 2020, the G20 endorsed a roadmap. To enhance cross-border payments developed by the FSB. There we go. So the FSB develops, they're the top, and they pass it on down to the G20 and this and that. They're coordinating with the CPMI and other relevant international organizations and standard-setting bodies. The roadmap resulted in the G20 cross-border payments program, which aims to address long-standing challenges, high costs. I'll leave it at that. Page 6. Look at who was involved in this. Oh, shit. The G20, the CPMI is involved, the BIS is involved. Read the 5th paragraph, I think, where it says new solutions. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be 5. New solutions. I don't see that here. This report does not ascertain which of the solutions is best. Okay. It's the bottom half of paragraph 6. It says the report. So they're talking about this report here. They're trying to tell you that they don't. Let me just read it. The report does not ascertain which of the solutions are best. Liar, liar. Best suited to foster broader use of PvP, but rather seeks to identify practical actions that would facilitate and encourage increased adoption over the medium term. Okay, let me break this down. The report that we're reading here is screaming XRP, XLM, and XDC. I'll show you. So what they're trying to tell you is we're not trying to influence anything here. We're just trying to show you the problem. Okay, that's true. And we need to have a broader use of these. See, this is what we're waiting for. Crypto Hulk, why the price is so low? They're trying to tell us in this final report that we need increased adoption all across the world. Some of these countries like, nope, we ain't doing it. I don't trust it. I don't want to do it. Nope. And plus, we're going to lose power, part of the power. Some of these countries want to maintain, they want their people fucking broke. Okay. They want them fucking broke. Because when poor people come up and they get money, what happens? They get educated. And then when they make a lot of money, they vote you out of office and take your fucking job, right? So you want, look at these countries where everybody's fucking poor and broke. That's the way the rich want it. Because you're too busy trying to sell fruit on the corner because you don't have time to go to school to get smart, or you don't have time to become a carpenter or build houses. You got to sell fruit to raise your family. I've known people that are poor, grow up in other countries, and they got to sell candies and cookies and stuff to help the family at 8, 10 years old, not go to school. I know people like this, okay? And it's like, that's what they want. So this report is telling us right here, we need global adoption. That's why these prices are low. And that's why dumb shits, I don't want to call them that, but they'll come from other channels that don't teach like I teach. So they have no fucking idea. All they do is, what's the price? What's the price? What's the price? But they don't do deep dives like this channel. So they have no fucking idea. So they come to this channel all kinds of fucked up, and I have to unfuck them. Okay? That's my term. Let's go to the 6th paragraph. They had, it says right here, they had 16 written submissions. So that means there were 16 blockchains they looked at. You know, there's not that many ISO cryptos, so there's like 11. So anyhow, some of these people are just doing it. They're engaged. This report was engaged with industry stakeholders. Notice they don't mention any names and none of the stuff. We're going to go to page 10 next. So good old page 10. All right. Oh, now we got a chart going. Show the public partners. Show Ripple partners. Okay. So on page 10, we have a chart here we can look at. So let's look around and see. I'm going to look around and tell you what I see. New people won't see what I see. I see dead people. But I'm going to show you what I see. On the far left, under B3, we see operators. Okay, I see Brazil. I see massive Ripple partner in Brazil, Santander Bank. Brazil's biggest bank is a Ripple partner. Ripple has a headquarters in Brazil, and Ripple has met with the Bank of Brazil in private quarters. 2 months after they did that, Brazil starts coming out with stablecoin activity. That's what I see on the left column. CCIL, I see the word India, Bank of India. Well, Ripple only has the #1 Bank of India as a Ripple partner, and about the next 4 banks are also Ripple partners. What does that tell you? Hong Kong, I got some proof here. I'm going to show you in a minute how Hong Kong has already worked with Ripple. And Hong Kong has studied the Ripple platform, and they love it. Next, I'm seeing the United States. I'm seeing the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve. We all know that Volante is on the Faster Payments Now program. That's a Federal Reserve program. If you know anything about Michael S. Barr, he's a former Ripple executive. He's #2 at the Federal Reserve of the United States. So there's that connection. How do you like me now? We'll leave it at that. We'll go to page 12. Show all the different digital money used. Okay, so they look right below this chart. They have a nice colorful chart here. If you look below at all the money that they used, this is my opinion, all these countries, I think, are already involved in this. I have a feeling there's a massive amount of countries that are ready to go by using these stable coins and this platform. You got the Australian dollar. We already know in Australia, there's a Ripple executive named Dilip Rao who's running Australia's cryptocurrency department. I don't know if you're aware of that. Then we get into Brazil, already did that. Canada, Ripple partners, Swiss, Chinese. There's a Ripple had meetings with the Chinese. I can go on and on. You got Danish, British pound, Hong Kong, Hungarian. I believe all these countries right now are already linked in. I can show you pretty much. Okay, South Africa is totally into Ripple. I did. That's called Project Coca. I spent 2 or 3 days talking about all these countries right here. All these monies, they're already involved in this. I don't have time to. I could spend 45 minutes showing you proof for all this. Just if you're on my program, you already know I've talked about all these. Japan is crazy about it. India, Britain, just on and on. Okay, so this is all. Now they're showing who they've done the studies with these monies right there. They're showing us right there. They're trying to get all 180 countries. There's not 180 here. There's maybe 20, 30, something like that. But I'm just showing you these countries are already involved, like big countries, also like China and stuff. Next, page 12. Already showed that. All right. Page 12, bottom. Read the first sentence. Okay. Page 12, it says 3 proposals for new solutions. This section examines the proposed new solutions. So solutions means crypto right there. They gave it to you. They're going to examine the proposed new solution. So what's the solution to the problem? XLM, XRP, XDC ledgers. There you go. They were identified by the CPMI. It's a summary of the call for ideas, the characteristics of the proposed solutions, the cryptos, okay? Notice they're using the code word solutions instead of crypto because they don't want you to know this stuff, but I want you to know this stuff. That's why I'm reading it to you. How the proposed solutions or cryptos may address cross-border payment frictions. And here they go, a summary of payment versus payment for retail cross-border payments. Talking about potential providers of FX. That's XDC, by the way, or R3's settlement Corda settler. Let me go down now to page 13. But first, let me check the comment section, and then I'll go right back. I got to be careful every 3 minutes to check on that thing. Okay, what do we got here? Amp, thanks for your donation to the channel. Greatly appreciate that. S44BZ, thanks for your euro. Is that a euro? I think that's a gyro or a pound. I don't know. XRP Poncherello, thank you there, buddy, for that. Appreciate it. Thomas Suryadev, thank you very much for that. You're so very welcome, says Punch. And you got Veronica there. Crypto She-Hulk, they're so awesome. Uh-oh. Don't expand her head that big now. All right, page 13. What did I find important there? They started this payment versus payment study. You can call PVP, atomic settlement. That's what it is. It's a Ripple phrase. Can already kind of read the whole first paragraph on page 13. We'll see about that, Crypto Hall. In October 2021, the CPMI publicly invited FX, that's R3, XDC, FX market stakeholders, so people who need foreign exchange, okay? Including commercial banks and fintech companies. Oh, fintech. The only fintech that I know that is for FX is only reports I've gone over. That's R3, by the way. They wanted to share their thoughts. They were asked to explain. R3 was asked to explain how their proposed solutions or their crypto would achieve payment versus payment. See how they're really tricky here? They don't even mention the word crypto or nothing. Fucking love it. These people are slick, let me tell you. They would sell your mother off to be a slave somewhere to you, and you'd, okay, I'll give you $100. It sounds good. It seems like it's a fair price. These people are good at hiding the truth, okay? The participants or the crypto companies were also asked how they would address the challenges facing the market related to cross-border settlement, wholesale delivery. Oh, now hold on. Wholesale's where XRP comes in. I think this. Oh, I caught him. I think Stellar is going to have their platform, which is for us sending money around that's low money, small, medium enterprise stuff. And that's where R3 will maybe be a layer 2 or something on top of the XLM to move low payment stuff. On the XRP ledger side, that's where banks will send boatloads of money. But then as a layer 2 on that, you'll have R3 sending, maybe somebody wants to send $500 million in foreign exchange settlement somewhere. So you're going to have R3 on both of those platforms. That's what I'm looking at, I think, right here. I think I'll leave that paragraph at that. And it says for me to read the second paragraph. Most of the proposed solutions were submitted by providers in the European Union. So the EU is all up in this. The United Kingdom and the United States. You notice how the United States is not saying nothing? I am. I'm part of the United States. I'm the one telling you what our country is doing in this report. Our own news media won't tell you that. Almost no other YouTubers are talking about this. None. Because it requires work, and it's very tough making these deep dives, you know? You actually have to think, and then you got to have people that want to get smarter and learn, you know, to learn what is going on so you can see very clearly. We've got, here's who's only involved in this project: the European Union, the United States, one provider in the Asia Pacific region, probably Japan. Japan's the biggest Ripple loving country. And then the Middle East. Oh, the Middle East just loves XRP and shit. They had follow-up conversations with 11 providers of concrete solutions. That means 11 crypto companies. Let's just keep it what these people are, just straight up liar. They're trying to hide this shit from you guys. And I gotta try to unfuck what they write so you see what they're doing. First paragraph on page, we got that. Page 13, 3.2.2. Okay, so we're on page 13. Go to where it says 3.2.2. Read the first sentence. Sounds like Stellar. Increase access for smaller participants. The providers aim to achieve payment versus payment settlement in different ways. Some providers use a centralized model in which settlement of both currency legs occur on the ledger. Others employ a decentralized model in which settlement of currency of each leg occurs on the two separate institutions. What I'm seeing here is this: if something's centralized, that's going to be like a private ledger kind of a deal. And so that's what they're talking about. I think the wholesale, I'm going to guess when they talk about another one's decentralized, that's going to be one that's open for the public. That's going to be Stellar. People like you and me, small and medium enterprise, our shit's all going to be public. Got it? So that's what they're talking about here. Decentralized, it's for like the public and shit. But the centralized ledger are the private ones. The private wholesale, they don't want their laundry shown to everybody, but it's okay for them to show our laundry, right? Okay, I see how that works. Let's go to page 15. First paragraph, 2 by BIS Innovation Hubs. Some of these projects are using CBDC only. Okay, it talks about there's 2 BIS Innovation Hub projects. They have experimented, so there's 2 projects. I'm just going to say XLM and XDC. I'm sorry, XLM and XRP ledgers, because the Corda or the R3 goes on top of both of the 2 that I just mentioned. So there's not, yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. Only one in tokenized wholesale central bank digital currency, and the other across multiple real-time gross settlement systems. So they're talking about wholesale, so that's going to be XRP. with real-time earmark. Okay, so that one I'm kind of going to leave alone at this point. Page 15. So we got that done. Let me go to the next page of my notes. One project is using tokenized CBDC. That's wholesale. Oh, that's Project Coca. I just figured it out. Oh, they gave it away. Look. So page 15, first paragraph where it starts, 2 BIS Innovation Hub projects have experiment with settlement directly in central bank money. So they're already doing this. One in tokenized wholesale central bank money. It's called a WCBDC. Guess what? Didn't we just go over Project Coca? And they're using R3, which is a WCBDC. Bam, right there. So that right there, that WCBDC, that's going to be XDC using a wholesale manner to move big money. We learned that in Project Coca. That's out of South Africa. You can find my report that I did. I made about 2 or 3 episodes of it. You can see that right there. I already taught you guys this. Page 16. See, I got to read these reports because these little sneaky bastards at the BIS don't want you to know none of this fucking shit. Page 16, third paragraph. 1, 2, 3. The sentence that starts, both providers and users mention that broad adoption and market support care is needed to work. This is why we have to wait for everyone. Okay. The first paragraph says, both providers and users mention that broad adoption. That means global, like this has to go global. And market support, meaning the fintech companies have to get everybody to work together to get them the right software, whatever they need. It's essential, listen to this, is essential to achieving network effects. You can't have some countries use this and other countries not use it. That's why it's like crypto. Why is it taking so long to crypto to go up? Well, if the crypto goes up and these other countries are not on board, they're going to get left behind and they're going to be so fucking broke. Okay. They're going to go into civil war, start killing each other. So that's how it's going to happen. So they've got to get everybody on board at the same time, because it's kind of like, if you're playing a game in a classroom and only 5 kids are playing, the other like 25 kids are gonna get all mad and then probably start punching all the kids that are playing. They're gonna gang up on them and shit, right? Somehow, or attack them or whatever. That's what's gonna happen in the real world. So the report's telling us all these nations have to kind of do this shit at the same time. Page 17, but I'm gonna stop really quick, check for comments, and then keep going. Okay. We got Isa Matisse. Thank you very much for that donation. Poncherello. AC Cobra agree. Hulk for president. Oh, I would piss off a lot of people if I was in government because I just talk facts. And they like to play games. I like to answer questions with straight answers. These government officials, they don't give you an answer. They give you some blah, blah, blah. Like Gary Gensler, blah, 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 blah. Just answer the fucking question, dude. Quit playing around, you know? And that's how I believe. Let's just go straight to it, deal with facts, and solve our problems. But these other people are taking bribes, just like these sponsors on YT have all these YouTubers talking about dumb shit all the time, and they need to start talking about what I'm talking about. According to Hold, it's just a couple thousand. Let's stack your bag. Okay, page 17. Here we go. First bullet point. Integrate real-time crypto conversion into the settlement service to reduce costs. Ripple liquidity hub. No other cryptos besides 3 have it like this. It's not who's the fastest. It also has to do with the 3X's can do. So here's the first bullet point: real-time visibility and liquidity, and FX pricing transparency to simplify liquid management and reduce costs. The providers suggest to integrate real-time cryptocurrency into the settlement service to reduce costs by eliminating the need to pre-fund. Let me look here. This would allow users Currency conversion on the platform. Listen, think of the Ripple liquidity hub. Okay, they work it in. Think of what Ripple has and these other cryptos have, a digital exchange right inside of the platform. Got it? These others don't have that. I don't care how fast the crypto is. If it's not interoperable, number one, if it doesn't have a liquidity hub, number two, if it's able to be hacked, that's not going to happen. Is it an ISO? No, they're not. I mean, you've got to add up all the things. Okay, there's other cryptos that can process 50,000 transactions a second. Okay, but they're not interoperable. They can only process their crypto 50,000 times a second, but they can't help anybody else. That shit's not going to work. And that's what they're kind of saying here. Currency conversion, Ripple Hub, on the platform would be particularly advantageous to small and medium-sized banks. That's Stellar. Stellar handles the small and medium. And I'm going to leave that paragraph alone right there. Page 17 talks about ISO 20022. You take a little look here. Yeah, right there. Down near the bottom, talks about ISO 20022. Messaging may improve end-to-end processing efficiency. So if your crypto's not ISO, you ain't in this. Okay, this report, you're not in here at all. And if you are, they're just seeing what's going to happen, but you're not going to be the one chosen. Page 19, we're just about done. Even though I said it's a 50-pager, I noticed I went through all 50 pages, and these are the only ones that I decided to report on. Page 19. Let's go to page 19. My notes tell me the third paragraph. Let me see where my mouse. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's kind of a big paragraph. What did I want to say about that? I didn't tell myself. So, one provider proposes to enhance the end customer experience by offering multiple currency choices. Ripple Liquidity Hub. See, these platforms for crypto that don't have a hub, it's not going to work, all right? You have to be able to convert all the people's money all around the world. Bitcoin don't do that. Ethereum don't do that. Chainlink don't. None of these shits do that, okay? There's only about 3. And I think we all know what 3 of those are that are interoperable. They have a built-in digital conversion and all that. These other cryptos don't have that. So there's that. That eliminates like 99% of cryptos right there. It talks about whether retail, which is Stellar, or wholesale, which is XRP, supporting regional economic integration. So it has to work in different countries and convert shit. These other ledgers don't do it, okay? It's not going to happen. I don't even think Doge doesn't even do it, okay? You got 3 that do it, that's it. They're payment cryptos. So they can't do everything. That's why there's a VeChain or whatever, or a Chainlink. Chainlink can do some stuff that XRP is not going to do. But XRP, we're talking about payment. This is a payment crypto channel, not just XRP. It's payment and FX securities channel. The 3 main cryptos and the ISO cryptos like Quant, HBAR, and shit that will assist. All those other ones I was telling you about, CeeLo and all that shit, all that shit assists the 3 payment cryptos. That's what we got going on. Page 19. Go to 4 where it says options to facilitate increased adoption. Whether existing and new FX settlement solutions can facilitate adoption, payment versus payment depends on whether the providers, the crypto companies, can overcome various operational, technical, regulatory oversight, and supervisory barriers. Your crypto has to pass all these things. XRP, XLM, and XDC, they're working with the banks. They are working with the regulators all around the world. They're the only ones that are. And that's why they're going to win. They're letting us know. You see, these other cryptos, if you work with a bank, you get a green light. Ripple, Stellar, and XDC have been working with all the Charles Schwabs, BlackRocks, Bank of America, Bank of China. They're working with all the top people. Banks are regulated. You know that? So every time Ripple lands another bank, it gets more brownie points with the regulators, okay? That's all Ripple does is deal with banks. That's all that Ripple does is deal with the regulators. This court hearing we got is a fake. I cannot report on that every day like the stupid fucks on YT. All these stupid fucking channels and all the stupid fucking lawyers talking about this shit while Ripple goes around snatching up central bank here, making a deal with the government there, da 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 da. Meanwhile, on Planet Uranus channel on YouTube, we're talking about the court trial. And let's have the circus lawyer talk about the trial. Please interpret. God, this one guy is like, oh, where do we be without this? I don't want to mention his name. This crypto lawyer. Where would we be? You'd be on the Crypto Hulk channel on a reality show, dude. Not in your fucking channel, which is fake. So that's what's going on here. They have to, it's saying here, close. So we're on page 19, number 4, options to facilitate increased adoption. The sentence starts off, it's like the second sentence, close collaboration between public and private sector crypto companies. Well, they call them stakeholders, but we're going to use crypto companies. So that means being close with the government and the private crypto companies. It will reduce barriers and will help increase adoption of XRP, XLM, and XDC. I'm adding all this in because they're trying to use all this language. Just go with it, all right? So they're saying that government and the crypto companies need to work together to reduce the barriers that will help spread. So that's the problem. Crypto Hulk, why is the price so cheap? Why isn't it doing anything? Because we don't have a good public government working with private crypto companies all around. Look what's going on with our country. You got Gary fucking Gensler, which represents our government, fighting a private company. What does it say in this report right here? You need to have the public government and the private working together. You see that? What's going on in America? The complete opposite. So you're reporting, you're a YouTube channel, you're reporting on this fucking fake trial every day. Why aren't you telling people about all this? Why don't you bust out a report like me, show how the BIS is saying that the public governments have to work with the private companies to reduce barriers or problems. The reason there's a problem with Ripple in our government is because our government is totally fake with this whole thing. I'm showing you right here. To unlock the full potential of crypto and new settlement solutions while mitigating risk. So to get rid of problems, it's telling us how easy this is. Gary Gensler, you have to show what the rules are to help Ripple know what to do legally in this country. Now, Gary, the rest of the world, 300 banks, 300 whatever, 300 including banks, government institutes, they all work with Ripple, Gary, but why not you? What the fuck's wrong with Gary Gensler besides you look like a fucking gremlin? Okay. Last but not least, page 20, then we're all done. Then I'll just start dropping the truth bombs right at the end. Oh my God, my hamstrings are killing me. Page 20, 4.1.3. So scroll down to 4.1.3. All right. Providing integration. Here we go. Providing integration and interoperability between legacy banks. Legacy banks are all the old school banks, okay? And emerging systems. Emerging systems are like Ripple, XLM, XDC, all the crypto. See, they call it emerging systems. I call them crypto companies. See how they try to just hide all this stuff so you don't see it? I just fucking love it. There's a lack of integration and interoperability. Well, it's very clear that Gary Gensler and the SEC is not interoperating with Ripple. That's very clear right here, according to this. That's kind of like at the end. What I'm going to do right now, let me check some comments, and I'm just going to start dropping all the bombs, okay? Every single bank I've discussed or talked about. Wait, Henry Brown. Henry Brown says, Henry, thanks for your donation. I don't get it if they shut the world down for a beer bug, then why they can't do the same for crypto and regs and adoption. Just blame it on the alcohol. Tell Jamie Foxx that. Jamie Foxx needs to come out here and regulate, keep these dumbasses in check. Um, okay, let me start dropping it. You're gonna love this one. So the article showed specifically Australia's mixed up in this. Where's the connection with Australia, Crypto Hulk? So the new people, here we go. Here's what we do sometimes at the end. Sometimes I'll show all these at the beginning. What do we got here? Ex Ripple executive to lead Australia's CBDC project. Do you see this? If you scroll down, you'll see right here. The Reserve Bank of Australia is working basically. Okay, so here's what happened. This guy named Dilip Rao, last year around August or whatever it was, he left Ripple. No one knows where he went. 2 months later, he pops up in Australia. He's leading their cryptocurrency. He's in charge. A Ripple executive is in charge of Australia's cryptocurrency. How you like that one? And they're mentioned in the article. Next. I've shown this one the other day. Let's show it again. I think it's right here. Ripple lurks as R3 and which is XDC and Finality, which is a Ripple partner. It's called AKA the Ripple Killer. Okay, so what we got is an article talking about how R3 is working with Finality. It's a Ripple killer. This author clearly doesn't know. They're reporting some good stuff in this article, but I just wanted to show you that. Read it in your own time. The article mentions Citibank. The report mentions Citibank actually with the regulated network thing or whatever that Citibank's going to run. And if we look here in this article, it looks to me just in. Now, this is 2 years ago. Citibank extends its partnership with Ripple-powered Volante's Volpe. So we know that Citibank's running Volante, which is XRP. Sometimes these banks don't always sign an agreement with Ripple. They'll use a Ripple partner instead. I don't know the reason behind, but they're using Ripple technology. Next, what do we got here? Household Savings Bank and Wells Fargo use blockchain to settle foreign exchange trades. And if we know what foreign exchange is, that's R3. I believe these, at least one of these banks was mentioned in the article that we read. Oh, wait a second. What do we got here? Oh, look right here. Second paragraph. Baton Systems, Baton Systems. Oh, well, shit. But Crypto Hulk, in the article, it was called Baton's Core Systems. So what do we got here? It shows HSBC is a Ripple partner, by the way. I'll show it to you. Wells Fargo is a Ripple partner, by the way. And they're working with Baton Systems. That was mentioned in the report. Well, ain't that something, Crypto Hulk? Everything we're looking up goes right back to Ripple. Yes, it does. Here's an article here. It's always fun at the end when you find all the good stuff. Here's this, dated 7 years ago. HSBC executive joins Ripple to support continued global growth. You have an executive leaving one of the world's top 3 banks. HSBC is one of the world's top 3 banks. They quit and go to Ripple. Why do they do that? To get Ripple on board and to get them squared away. Okay? Pretty clear with that one. I didn't see those. Oh. Here's one that's interesting. About this one, Ripple partner and Wells Fargo collaborating on a swift replacement. Ripple partner company, the Clearinghouse. So the Clearinghouse is a major United States organization, and they're working with, and they are a Ripple partner, and they're working with Wells Fargo to challenge the SWIFT dominance. I thought that one was pretty cool, actually. Um, if we look here, this one's a little off the subject, but not quite necessarily, because you have Household Savings Bank and Finastra. They joined together. Okay. So HSBC was mentioned in this article, and here you have a Ripple company. Finastra is a Ripple company, and they're hooked in with HSBC. So what does that mean? HSBC is using Ripple, but they're using it through Finastra to settle FX. That's what we're also talking about in that article, FX. So we've already discussed the HSBC. I'm going to show you here a Finastra article, super quick. We're not going to read it. I'm just going to show you it for proof. Right there, Ripple to bring blockchain technology to Finastra. So right there, you got Finastra is linked to HSBC. HSBC is in that article we just read about payment versus payment and sending money all around the world and foreign exchange. There's your Ripple connections right there. Next. Oh, here we go. In the article, it mentioned the Federal Reserve of the United States was also involved in this. They try to keep that stuff nice and quiet. I got a big mouth, so I'm going to show it off right now. So we have here banking giants and the New York Fed start a digital pilot. Is Ripple involved? Oh. So they have this pilot going. In the first paragraph, at the very end, you see the regulated liability network. That's Citibank primarily, okay? That's going to be a network like we're talking about right there with the payment versus payment. That's a network for the whole world to use. Citibank is right up in there. Of course, this article won't say it, but if you look down below, here's the other banks involved. You know that report we just read? Here's the other banks that are working together with the regulatory network. It brings in Household Savings Bank. We already talked about it. TD Bank, pretty sure Ripple partner. Wells Fargo, we know is a Ripple partner. BNY Mellon, Ripple partner. We know that US Bank, MasterCard, PNC Bank, and Truist are all Ripple partners. I've shown all the evidence on the show. I'll show some of them right now. But specifically, here we go now. I'm going to drop this one. Okay, right here. Federal Reserve Payments Pilot incorporates Ripple partner. So here's the Federal Reserve again, working with the Ripple partner, right? Well, you know, Crypto Hulk, just because the Federal Reserve is working with Ripple on some little things doesn't mean, you know, well, what did I just drop right here? Former Ripple advisor, Michael Barr, will supervise the Federal Reserve. So now we got Ripple in the Federal Reserve, folks. How you like me now? Like, damn, Crypto Hulk. The new people are like, holy shit, Crypto Hulk. This next one, the article mentioned China being involved in all this. How about this? Lian International, which is a bank, a Chinese bank, joins RippleNet to provide faster payments into China. This is 5 years ago. Next, the article mentioned India was all in this payment versus payment stuff, right? Bam. What do we got here? HDFC Bank joins Ripple. What is HDFC Bank? In the first paragraph, or the first sentence here, it says HDFC, India's largest private bank. I'm going to tell you what, of the top 5 Indian banks, 4 of them are Ripple partners. How about that one? Here, the article talks about Hong Kong participated in that final report, right? Damn, Hulk, even China? Yep. I tell you, when you watch my show, I connect all the dots, dude. Right there. What's this one? Hong Kong Monetary Authority has worked with Ripple. They did a proof of concept, meaning Hong Kong approved Ripple's XRP ledger to be used in Hong Kong. There you got the evidence right there. The article mentioned mentioned Indonesia, by the way. The article mentioned Indonesia. Here we have Tranglo. Hold on. Tranglo. So I just showed you how Tranglo is in Indonesia because Tranglo was mentioned. I'm sorry, because Indonesia was mentioned in that article, I'm pretty certain. But if it wasn't, it don't matter. Because how you like this one? Ripple acquires 40% stake in Asia leading cross-border specialist, Tranglo. So right there, 2 years ago, Ripple bought half of Tranglo. And I think that is pretty much done. Elvin Pena, thank you, Hulk, for all the information. So what I want you to do later, if you have time or whatever, you don't have to, but go over, because I had to just go boom, 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 boom. Now, if you've been watching the show for a while, you don't need to go over any of this, but if you're new, go over some of those links I gave you. I want you to see, or if you want to write down on paper, put down Ripple Partner Banks and then start listening, boom, boom, boom. That's going to help you remember more. So when I go over articles, if I say something about Citibank, you're like, bing, Ripple Partner, already know. Instead of their membership, if I say Hong Kong, bing, Ripple did a proof of concept, it's on there, bing. So you'll know all this stuff. So when I go over articles, be like, yep, Ripple Partner, they start talking about FX or derivatives or whatever, R3, that's XD. You start knowing these things. Bing, bing, bing. You start seeing all that, right? There you have it. Hulk drops bombs. La bomba. I dropped la bomba. Hodler dropped, was that Canadian? What are your thoughts on Bitcoin as a store of value into the future? Pobrecito. Hodler, I'm being serious, but like in any of my shows, you ever hear about Bitcoin having any kind of working relationship with anything? Besides Mark Cuban using it for his football team or whatever the fuck. I mean, just seriously, like, let's stick to banks. Let's stick to stock markets, stock exchanges, like real world big billion-dollar businesses and shit, right? There's nothing at all. Bitcoin has nothing. Nobody is using that shit. I go through articles every day. I don't hear how anybody's using Ethereum. They're not. The only thing done with Ethereum was like 7 years ago and 5 years ago. There was only two cryptos, Ethereum and Bitcoin or something, right? So that's all these banks knew to use. But then they realized that shit don't work. That's why, if you listen to my show, I'll name. It's not like I avoid Bitcoin working with banks. They don't. It's not that I avoid an article. Oh shit, I'm not going to tell them about Ethereum working with Wells Fargo. No, there's none. There's none of that. So my thoughts on Bitcoin as a store of value, like what's the value? Nobody's working with them. It's worth a lot of money, Crypto Hulk. Okay, but tomorrow it could go to zero. You know that, right? Tomorrow, businesses like banks, they've been using XRP. Banks, governments are making deals with XRP, which is the Ripple company. Bitcoin's not even a business. There's no way to make a deal with them. There's no, but like if you have a problem, you can't call 1-800-Bitcoin. You get 1-800, your ass out. That's what you get when you call for help for Bitcoin. 1-800, you're fucked. 1-800, you just got wrecked, right? That's how it is. Same thing with Ethereum, with all these. Very, very, very few companies, like nobody makes deals like XRP, XLM, and XDC. They're running the world, okay? Yeah, you might have Chainlink in there a little bit working with somebody, or Casper. Everybody announced today, oh, Casper might be doing something with Ripple. Who the fuck cares? What I'm going over is what is actually going on. Not like, ooh, what about this? And oh, that sounds interesting. And what about that? I'm talking about real life where I'm just dropping bombs right here where governments, banks, institutions, this and that. I'm showing you all the connections. There's none with Bitcoin. There's none with Ethereum. There's none with Chainlink. Oh boy, Chainlink got a $20 million contract to work with Swift. Big fucking deal. That doesn't mean shit, you know? What I'm going over are projects. That's a final report. They're done. It's already tested. That whole report is about the need to adopt. You get it? Like they're done. This whole XRP, XDC payment, Atomic Summit, that shit is done. That's what I'm trying to show you. The Bank of International Settlements is trying to show the banks they don't want you to know. That's why they're not one fucking time they use the word cryptocurrency. They call them projects. The solutions that we looked into, they're not wanting you to see this because they're fucking done and they're hiding this shit so bad they don't want you to know. So instead of we're using 11 solutions, they should say we're using 11 cryptocurrency companies and here's the names of them. Oh shit, you know what happened? You'd be out on those exchanges buying that shit up. You see what I'm talking about? But no, these other channels want to talk about, you know, the dumb shit, okay? My job, you pay me fucking money and I'm going to show you the best fucking channel. I'm going to show you what cryptos are in. I'm going to show you that this project is done. Now they want adoption. You get adoption with regulations and we're off to the moon. That's real talk. I don't do this fake shit where we show charts and stuff. I don't do that shit to you guys, man. It's straight up hardcore research and that's how I do it. Arthur L. Hulk, the crypto bombardier. Thank you very much, Arthur. Arthur, thank you very much. Appreciate that, buddy. By the time we hear about it, it's already been done. That's a fact. It says Island Girl. And that's just what I'm telling you right now. They're already done. They're just trying to adopt it. They're trying to push this on all the countries saying, let's get going. It's already done. It works. It works. Just they're so scared to tell you the names of these companies. They call them solutions. They call them solutions, not crypto companies. We have chosen 11 solutions. What are those? What's a fucking solution? And 11 of what? Who are they? We don't want you to know. Shit. Henry Brown, don't steal my lines, buddy. Andres Escobedo says, you the man. We got G.O. that just showed up. Show's over, G.O. I know you didn't get notified. Watch the rerun when it's over. New member here, Trey Dab. Welcome, Trey Dab. You're going to learn a shit ton on this channel. Let me tell you that. Money back guarantee. Oh my god. All right. This is probably going to be my only show of the day. I made 2. I'm still kind of stressed about the car. Oh, I got damage to the car. It's not a miracle happened. The amount of damage that I have, you can almost not even see it. And let me tell you something. My car slammed into the side of like this roadside and something boom, boom was going on underneath and all that shit. I pull my car away from the curb kind of thing. I look at it and at first glance, I don't see anything fucking wrong with it. Then me and my friends start from the back corner bumper and go real slow and look, and we don't see nothing. Oh, the rim's got this much of a kind of a scratch on the side of the rim part, kind of grinded in the curb for about that much. I mean, if you're really looking at but if you're standing back from the car looking at it, you don't really see it. But whatever, it's still kind of fucked up. It could have been my. Oh yeah, I thought my car's gonna get fucking totaled. The way that I hit that thing, boom, boom, I got bumped around in the car. I'm like, oh shit, that's got to be 5 or 6 thousand bucks, 8,000 right there. I just fucked this car up. And then because it's a miracle, because I got out, my friend looking at it. Now the only thing on the bottom rocker panel, at the very bottom, there's a little gouge this far, but I think that's plastic. That part's kind of like for looks, it's plastic. And then 6 inches over, there's a mark about this big, that thin, and you can see black. So black is the plastic, but like other than that, that's it. I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way. He's like, Crypto Hulk. Um, I thought you said your car's wrecked. I'm like, dude, I hit that fucking side of the thing over there. I don't know how my car's not all fucked up from the front end to the back. Let me tell you, okay? I said I can't explain it. There's nothing wrong with this fucking car. Now I'm gonna go put it through a car wash and stuff when it stops snowing and raining here, which will probably be next year. But I'm gonna put through a car wash and again look for damages. But just on initial, my car's not that dirty. It's just a little bit dirty, but sometimes when you get it all clean, you can see if there's a scratch. And I'm sure there's going to probably be some, but I mean, we looked really good. And at first, he didn't see anything wrong at all. He's like, "Are you sure you hit the wall and shit?" I'm like, "Dude, come on! I was in the fucking car." and I let out a big fuck right after it happens. I slammed in there, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, fuck. Because that's like telling me 5, 6, 7,000, just like, fuck. And nothing. Pretty shocking. The rims, like I said, it's that much of a gouge. I mean, they could probably buff it out even. Somebody might have a metal buffer. I take it to a rim shop or something. They can fucking buff it out. So that the rims could probably be fixed. So other than that, I mean, there's no way I could walk home. It was just all fucked. I'm 7 miles away. Snow's like 5 inches deep. I don't got boots on, and it's all bad. I mean, it's not. It was a very fucked up night, which could have got really bad. AJ Singh. All right. Thanks for a great show. Crypto Catherine. Okay, you got a ton of information. I'm not making a show tonight. If you came in halfway, watch it later. Don't let someone ruin your day. Ruin it yourself. Oh, I definitely ruined my evening last night, but Jen, is there a way to gift a membership? Yeah, you probably like right below the chat box, like right literally below it, you got three symbols: a smiley face, a dollar bill looking thing, and then a plus. So the plus thing, I guess, is you could start a question and answer or a poll. Maybe you don't have that. I think I got that. But anyhow, if you don't have that little dollar bill there, that's YT not wanting you to help anybody out with the membership. That's what that is, but it's not there. But it should say membership donation. This fucking platform is like it's garbage. All right, I gotta go. I gotta work on another show later, and I got some shit I gotta do. But I'm gonna have a show tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna take a break and later on work on a show for tomorrow morning. So I'm not gonna have one in like 3.5 hours. Like I'm fucking exhausted still from yesterday. Like my body's trying to recuperate. I got my workout done this morning. Luckily, I got a little bit to do in the PM, but I'm like fucking worn out. I should be better tomorrow. I'll get another good night's sleep, but stress just fucking tears you apart. So, Elvin, yeah, get some rest. Yeah, I'm so tired right now. Like, imagine your heart beating for like 12, 18 hours straight. Like, it wears you out. But I'll be fine when I wake up in the morning and get some rest. All right, guys, I'll see y'all. I'll look for some cool. I can only find what I can find. All right, I don't make shows if there's no news. I'm sure I could find something, but I'll see you whenever I make my show.